Where were you on 9/11? It is a question that will always be asked, and for every person will have a different answer, except for 16 Sarasota children. They were only 7 years old, sitting together in a classroom with President George W. Bush when he learned our nation was under attack. They are grown now, but their memories of that morning are still vivid.
What do these two letters say?
At only 7 years old, they were the face of second-grade innocence. Just as the news of evil was being whispered into President George W. Bush's ear on the morning of 9/11. Now, 10 years later,
I'm Chantal Guerrero.
I'm Natalia Jones Pinkney.
I'm LaDamian Smith.
My name is Mariah Williams, and I remember 9/11 because I was in the classroom with President Bush when it happened.
that classroom, room 301 at Emma E. Booker Elementary School in Sarasota, is where we sat down with 4 of the 16 students, now high school seniors, who were reading to the president that very morning.
We were just excited that the president was there.
Now a piece of history, this was the book of short stories they were reading when Chief of Staff Andrew Card told the president a second plane had just flown into the World Trade Center.
Oh my God. He whispered something to the president. I seen his face like turn red.
I see the face and I think, something is wrong.
That image of the president receiving the news that morning is ingrained in our memories as much as the video of the planes flying into the Twin Towers. For these kids, they remember the next 7 minutes that the president stayed in the room as frozen in time.
Everything changed about him, and you can see it all over his face.
May God bless the victims, their families, and America.
President Bush soon exited the room with barely a goodbye. He would meet with his staff in the school library. The kids would watch the news coverage on television, not fully comprehending their world was changing forever.
I didn't know what a terrace was or, anything like that. The World Trade Center, I didn't know what that was.
Celestine Campbell, teaching second grade, remembers the Secret Service quickly trying to get the president out of the building and airborne. She knew he was a man of faith and got close enough to grab his hand.
He was headed out. I stopped him on that end. And I said, Mr. President, may I pray for you? And he stopped and he let me pray with him.
The president's reaction inside the classroom that morning has been debated for the last 10 years. Supporters of George Bush say he was cool under pressure. His critics say he froze. But through the eyes of a child now grown and in the classroom that morning, they say he was a true leader.
By staying calm and staying here, he really set the tone for the rest of the country.
A decade later, time has sent these Sarasota teens in different directions, different schools. But there will always be that morning in history that will be the thread that connects them.
We saw history happen. We saw what you hear about in your history books.
Yeah, and even though their lives were changed that morning, all of the students you saw in our story are now accomplished athletes and artists and at the top of their classes and are well on their way to college next year.
Look, I am so sorry for what happened last night. I'm ready to take full responsibility for everything. Do you hear me?
lefties losing it. Let's start, lefties, with the ladies of The View finding new lows. Just when you think this lot have hit rock bottom, they start to dig. Listen to this disgusting slur from race baiter Sonny Huston against a wife and mother, Brittany Mahomes, the wife of arguably the NFL's best player, Patrick Mahomes. She's now being accused of not caring enough for her interracial family because she liked a Trump post on Instagram.
That this swift effect will speak to more women about the true character of Donald Trump and will turn them away. But to your initial point, I know you said we weren't going to talk about it, but I was. It just seems to me that since she is in an interracial marriage, she should have known that to support a racist is problematic. Her children are biracial.
These people are demented with hate. Now, let's check in with the woman they see as their saviour. Kamala Harris was with Oprah for a loving, the softest of softball interviews you'll ever see, and she still managed to screw it up. I promise to inflict only 1 minute of this calamity on you, and watch this carefully. You can see Oprah dying inside as she listens to his incoherent gobbledygook. It's kind of beautiful, actually.
Americans, by character, are people who have dreams and ambitions and aspirations. We believe in what is possible. We believe in what can be. And we believe in fighting for that. That's how we came into being. Because the people before us understood that one of the greatest expressions for the love of our country, one of the greatest expressions of patriotism, is to fight for the ideals of who we are, which includes freedom to make decisions about your own body, freedom to be safe from gun violence, freedom to have access to the ballot box, freedom to be who you are and just be, to love who you love openly and with pride, freedom to just be. And that's who we are. We believe in all that.
Dear me, did you see the moment there when the realisation dawned on Oprah that by giving Kamala this platform, she'd made a terrible mistake, that she was actually helping the Trump camp? Yeah, that was a good moment. Now, that realisation of just how hopeless this candidate is was also evident with the National Association of Black Journalists. You remember the vicious way they treated Donald Trump a few weeks ago when he attended the conference.
You've attacked black journalists, calling them a loser, saying the questions that they ask are, quote, stupid and racist. You've had dinner with a white supremacist at your Mar-a-Lago resort. So my question, sir, now that you are asking black supporters to vote for you, why should black voters trust you after you have used language like that?
Well, first of all, I don't think I've ever been asked a question in such a horrible manner. First question. You don't even say, hello, how are you? Are you with ABC? Because I think they're a fake news network, a terrible network.
I still cannot believe he had the crowd on his side at that conference. I did not see that one coming. But compare how that same association questioned Kamala a few days ago.
I'd like to ask you more about the opportunity economy. Housing is part of it, as well as expanding the earned income tax credit, financial support, as you mentioned.
Yes, with Kamala, it was a love-in, not hostile, not combative, not spewing lies and slurs. But the vice president struggled anyway. Just look at the journalists' reaction when she left the stage. They knew. They knew. Now, there was at least one voter who was moved deeply by that Oprah-Kamala interview.
Oprah and Kamala have me crying. It's like the nostalgia of Oprah in the 90s after high school, but like with the hope of today with Kamala, and there's a Swiftie right behind him. I love it so much.
You know, they should have never closed the asylums. They should have opened a few more. And this next pastor, female pastor, could do with time in a padded cell. Listen to her claim that if Jesus were around today, he'd be an abortion doula.
If Jesus were here today, he would be a clinic escort, distracting women from the hatred of the protesters, or an abortion doula, holding women's hands and offering support and love as they end their pregnancies. If Jesus were giving his sermon today, he might also have said, "Blessed are those who end pregnancies, for they will be known for their loving kindness."
I wonder whether this Jesus she imagines supports abortion right up to birth, as is available in a number of states in America. I guess we'll have to find out.